Sarah is an amazing person.
She's a real humanitarian. I mean, she loves people. They don't have to be around her very long to know that she has a great heart.
You know, since I was a baby, I've never known a life without doctors, without hospital stays, without taking medicines every day. That's always been a part of my life, and I don't know anything other than that.
We thought we had a normal baby girl. When she was about 2 months old, she started turning blue.
We knew that she was going to probably have to have surgery at some point, but we didn't know exactly when. The doctor had advised us to have Sarah sit up in a swing to sleep because she just wasn't comfortable laying down in a crib. And so Joan and I took turns throughout the night going in and winding up the swing whenever she started to cry. It was my turn. It was about 6 in the morning, and I went in and she was crying, and I lifted her out of the seat, tried to comfort her, and she continued to cry. And then she went from blue, and then she went to gray. She stopped breathing. Her eyes rolled back in her head.
I had had CPR training when I was pregnant with her, thank God, and worked on her until the squad got there. My husband's father had died of cardiomyopathy. People weren't as in tune to genetics and familial things as they are nowadays. January 1999, took her in, and she was 12. They checked out her heart, and they diagnosed cardiomyopathy.
I couldn't believe it, but Joan called me on the phone and said that I had this stuff too. And I guess the real surprise for me was I watched my dad die of this stuff, and it never dawned on me that it would come to our family, to Sarah.
February 2000, the cardiologist at Children's finally said, I think, you should plan on going in for a transplant evaluation. She was frail, very thin, didn't have much energy.
I remember, at my parents' house walking in, it's a split level. I think my parents have 12 to 13, regular steps. And I just remember thinking that just seemed like a mountain at the time. Oh my gosh, I have to make it to the top of those stairs.
We got the call, we got the page.
I remember thinking, oh my gosh, is this it? So swimming was a great way for me to kind of rehab, in a way, this new heart.
She has the most beautiful stroke, and I watched her outswim other girls who had natural hearts, and that was a kick for me.
You don't know if you're gonna sink or swim, and I swam. Later on, my coach nominated me for an Inspiration Award through the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame. It was just a really proud moment. In 2008, I started experiencing some chest pains, some shortness of breath, and just knew, again, that something wasn't right.
What it was is her heart was in chronic rejection, and her heart was dying again.
At first, I was mad, and I think I was angry that I had to go through this again, and I thought to myself, no, I don't want to do that again. In your late 20s, I thought, I have so much more life to live.
It's always made her, I think, more mature than other people her age because she's seen so much more.
The will to live was inspiring.
With this transplant, I was very much more so aware that ultimately somebody has to die in order for me to live. And that's a very hard concept to come to terms with, because it's not fair. It's not fair that somebody should have to lose a loved one.
So she got the call, thank the Lord, that the donor heart was a match.
I wanted to give them my sincere apologies for their lost loved one, but I also wanted to tell them how grateful and thankful I was for this new gift of life. Sadness, joy, just everything, you just are going in so many different directions, and at the end of the weekend, after we spent time with them, and I spent time with her son, it really felt like, we said goodbye to them, and it was just an amazing feeling, because I felt like leaving their farmstead. I suddenly felt like I was leaving my own family.
So, but there is a silver lining in this whole thing, and that is that you don't take life for granted. Every day is a gift.
Heart science and research and the work that organizations like the American Heart Association are doing are paramount.
My hope is that research will get to the point where we no longer have to wait for someone to pass away in order to save someone else.